Hello, guys. Welcome to Ramta Solutions. Welcome to your grade 12 mathematics exam prep on functions and inverses. So, the past paper that we are looking at today is the Gauteng province's preparatory examinations. That is your September exam of 2024. And of course, functions and inverses are in paper one. Right? So, as is a norm, when we do past papers, we read instructions. Remember, all of them are important, but we're not going to read all of them. We're going to read a few. Let's see. Instruction number 3 says, clearly show all calculations. Oh, this looks small. Okay, clearly show all calculations. Let me move it here. Clearly show all calculations, diagrams, graphs, and so on that you have used in determining your answers. Okay, so anything that you use to help you to get to your answer, please show it. Instruction number 4, answers only will not necessarily be awarded full marks. Okay, cool. Um, Try to show how you got your answers, okay? When necessary, of course. Instruction number 6, if necessary, round off answers to 2 decimal places unless stated otherwise. So what we like saying for this is that nobody likes writing 10 decimal places. So if you happen to come across such in the middle of your calculations, if you happen to come across such, round off that answer to maybe 4 or 5 decimal places. And then the final answer of that question must be rounded off to 2 decimal places. Okay. Now, if you also happen to forget your formulas, instruction number 7 is for you. An information sheet with formulae is included at the end of the question paper. And then one instruction that I know a lot of us struggle with is instruction number 9 that says, write neatly and legibly. Please let us improve our handwritings. That's very key. Okay, let us improve our handwritings. Right? So, without any waste of time, let's get into it. So let's look at this. This section is normally question 4. So here is it. Let's see. So we have 9 marks to, so we have 9 minutes to finish this question. So let's see. We must be done at 12 minutes. Okay. Right now on the third, let's start. 4.1. Sorry, the graph of f of x is equal to ax squared, where x is less or equal to 0 is sketched below. The point P with coordinates -6 and -6 lies on the graph of f. Okay. Calculate the value of a. So easy peasy. F of x equals a squared. And they gave us a point P with coordinates -6 and -8. Where there's x, we're going to put -6. Where there's y, we're going to put -8. Let's go. Oops, I forgot here to say ax squared. So 8 equals a. What is the value of x? It is -6. Okay, so what is this? -8 equals 60. -8 equals 64a. Okay, so what is this? This therefore implies a equals -1/8, because 8/64 is 1/8, isn't it? Perfect. Am I lying? Did I do the right thing? Oh, yes, I did the right things. Okay, I did the right things. All right, we are good to go. Oh, no. We didn't. Square root of, 6 squared is 36. Sorry about that. It's 36. So this must be 36, 8, 16, 32. So it'll be negative. Let's try negative. I will have to use form. -2/9. Okay, -2/9. So this is 6 squared, or -6 squared. Right? Perfect. 4.2. Determine the function, or determine the equation of the inverse of x in the form y equals. So we know y equals -2/9 x squared. All right. Remember, guys, they said of this in the form whatever. So I like saying reflecting. I like saying reflecting on y equals x. So this is x equals negative 2 over 9 at the y squared. Y squared. All right. Y squared. So what is this? This will then be negative 9 over 2 x equals y squared. So of course this will be plus minus, but be careful. Plus minus minus 9 over 2x equals y. But it doesn't end there. It doesn't end there. So remember, what was y becomes x, what was x becomes y. Okay? What was y becomes x, what was x becomes y. So you then have to say, okay, if this is the case, it seems I must say y equals negative, oops, I must say y equals negative square root of negative 9 over 2x. Okay? All right. Remember, they said x is negative. So this is what we must say. So it must be in this form. Why? Because here we are saying x must be less than 0. Okay. That is the condition. X must be less or equal to 0. Okay. That is the condition. Okay, guys? Now, let's see 4.4, 4.4, 4.4. Oh, 4.3. What happened to my, okay, write down the range of 4.0 of the inverse. Thank you. Write down the range of the inverse. The range of the inverse, as you can see, what is the domain? What is the domain of the original? The domain of the original. So I'm going to say this. So this is me helping you guys. Domain of f, what is it? It is x is less than, hear me out, it's given, it's x is less or equal to 0. Therefore, the range of, so this is something that you can write, or even if you leave it like this because you remember the instruction, show all calculations, blah, blah, right? So the range of f. Now the range of f inverse will be y is less or equal to 0. Okay, remember when you deal with inverses, what was the domain becomes the range. What was x becomes y. You only change the x's and the y's. Okay, that's it. So this is our answer. Okay, so even if you had said y is an element of real numbers, but y is less or equal to 0, that's okay. All right. So what's important in this question is this thing only. Okay. But this is me helping you. You can also write this in your answers. I understand it's 1 mark. There's nothing wrong. Okay, as long as you understand what you're doing. Now 4.4, sketch the graph of the inverse of f. Indicate the coordinates of any point on the graph different to 0 and 0. Okay, perfect. So let's see. So this will be, it'll be like this. In fact, it'll be like this. In fact, so another point that we're going to use will be point P prime, which will be -8 and -6. Right? This will be another point. Whereas x becomes y, whereas y becomes x. Okay? Can you see this? Whereas x here was -6, it'll become y here. Whereas y here will become x here. Okay? Easy peasy, yeah? And of course, this is your um origin. Okay? We die. 3 2 marks, eh? Okay. Now 4.5. Now 4.5. 4.5. The graph of Earth is shifted across the line y equals x, and thereafter it is reflected across the x-axis. So there are two things happening here. Okay, there are two things happening here. Okay, so first thing first, let's say reflection, reflection reflection, my god, reflection on y equal x Remember, you got it. You said that was f inverse of x. What was it? It was negative, I think we said square root of negative 9 over 2x, isn't it? Good. That's what we said. Now, we then say reflection across the x-axis. Now reflection across the x-axis. Reflection across the x-axis. So reflection across the x-axis, I'm just going to say this. I'm going to show you here. This is what you're doing. If this is your A, this will be your A prime. So this, if this is x and y, this will be x and negative y. Okay? So what is happening here? It means only the y value is changing the sign. Okay? So what we're going to do here, we're going to say now y is equal to negative f inverse of x. Okay? What is it? Negative, right? Okay? Isn't it? So as you can see, the negative and the negative become a positive. So this is negative 9 over 2x. Okay, just like that. I'm just going to write a plus here. Okay, it is a positive. Okay, even if you don't write this positive, but it's a positive. Okay, so this is you. For 9 marks, you are done. Okay, this is you. For 9 marks, you are done. Okay, this is why this question was 2 marks, is because the first part was covered. Now the second part, you see it, and this is how you do. This is how we do it. Now, let's go to question 5. Question 5, let's see. Question 5, how many marks is question 5, by the way? Let me see. Question 5 is 21 marks, guys. 21 marks. Ooh, 21. Are you guys hearing this? 21. I'm enjoying this 21, but it's okay. Let's enjoy our 21 marks with peace. All right. 5. What are we looking at now? So 5 point, let's see, 5.1. The point P with coordinates 2 and root 3, positive root 3, lies in the Cartesian plane. Determine the coordinates of the image of point P if P is rotated about the origin 90 degrees in an anti-clockwise direction. Guys, this is what you did. This is what you did in grade 9. Okay? This is what you did in grade 9. In grade 9, you studied rotations. I'm going to leave a link here. There's a link that will pop at the top right of your screen. Okay, there's a link that will pop at the top right of your screen that you can visit that website so you can learn more about the shifting, all the what is this transformation geometry, translation, rotation, enlargement, and shrinkage. You will learn about that. Okay, I will drop the link. All right, but let's not waste time and get into our question now. So so what we know, 5.1, what we know from grade 10, we know that when we have x and y, it will it will become, okay, it will become what? It will become negative y and x. Okay, so now what is this? Now P, okay, we're looking for determine the coordinates of the image. So when we talk of the image, it'll be P prime. Okay, so check this out. P prime. Oh, let me begin with P, just to show you here. P is 2 and root 3. Then P prime will be negative root 3 and 2. Okay, this will be P prime. So your answer is simply negative root 3 and 2. That is your answer from grade 9. Okay, from grade 9. 5.2. The graph of h of x is equal to a to the x is sketched below, with a having the coordinates negative 1.5 is a point on the graph of h. Okay. Oh, is sketched below. A with coordinates 1.5 is a point on the graph of h. Okay, thank you. Ooh, 5.2.1. Substantiate why the coordinates of Q, the y-intercept of H, are 0 and 1. This is maths. A lot of us, when we see this question, we're thinking, oh, what are we going to say? Because this is maths, we can talk mathematical language. We can say H of 0 equals A to the 0. What is this? This is Y. Therefore, Q, which we know is the y-intercept, Q, which we know is the y-intercept, is 0 and 1. This is a reasoning using mathematics. As simple as that, we are done. Okay, as simple as that, we are done. Okay, this is maths. So we reasoned using mathematics. Okay, now let's see 5.2.3. Oh, 5.2.2, calculate the value of A. Okay, we know h of x is equal to a to the x. Now we have a point there. The point is A with coordinates -1 and what? And half, positive half. Okay, so where there's x, we put -1. Where there's y, we put half. Y is similar to saying h of x. Okay, to this guy. So what is this? So this is basically this is 2 to the -1 equals a to the -1. Therefore, this means a is +2. Okay, this means a is +2. They said we must determine the equation, right? We must determine the equation. Therefore, we can say h of x is 2 to the x. Right? Perfect. And by the way, please do not be confused of this. It's the same thing. As you can see, the powers are the same. So we can look at what we are expecting for this to be. If the left-hand side, they're saying this is 2 to the -1. And the right side, they're saying this is a to the -1. It means a must be 2. Because obviously 2 to the -1 is equal to 2 to the -1. Okay. I hope you guys are enjoying this. Now 5.2.3, determine the equation of the inverse function h to the -1 in the form whatever. That's fine. We know h of x or y, it's up to you guys, h of x or y is equal to 2 to the x. You can, with confidence, you can say h inverse will be log x base 2. But let me show you. Okay? But let me show you. So reflecting on y equals x, I like writing this. So x equals 2 to the y. Logging both sides, you get log x equals log 2 to the y. And just going to take it step by step. This will be log x equals y log 2. Then if you like, you can say this is log x over log 2 equals y. But we prefer to write it as log x base 2 equals y. Okay, you can leave it here. It's okay. So we can say h inverse of x is log x base 2. Okay, guys. So all these are not necessary. What's important is this step here. Okay, but me, I prefer to show you where things are coming from. We still have time, right? Good. Proceeding. 5.2.4. 5.2.4. Draw a sketch of inverse of h indicating the coordinates of 2 points that lie on the graph. This is interesting, guys. Very interesting. What you will need, you see, point Q is 0 and 1. This therefore says you will need 1 and 0. Okay, this therefore says you will need 1 and 0. So 1, 2, BD, negative, negative, 0, BD, negative. Okay. 3. Okay. So now we need, as you can see, point Q is 0 and 1. So here is it. So it's going to be 1 and 0. And then the other point is point A rather was -1 and +1/2. So it'll be +1/2 and -1. Here is it. and this is you now drawing your graph. This is you now drawing your graph. Okay, so what graph is this? H inverse. Okay, this is your graph H inverse. Okay, as simple as that. Okay, now now this is interesting. Okay, this is interesting. Okay, now 5.2.5, I looked at it and I'm like, yo, my graph was super simple. Right? I looked at it and I said my graph was super simple, but it's okay. 5.2.5, read off from your graph the values of x for which log x base 2 is greater than -1. Ooh, we don't have to worry. Remember, this point here was half and -1, and this one here was 1 and 0. Now they're saying where is um which values of x is this function greater than -1? This function is greater than negative, or rather, it is equal to -1 when x is positive half. But where is it greater than -1? Above this point, isn't it? So we can say this is simply when x. Okay, so we can say this is when x is greater than half. It's easy like that. When x is greater than half. Okay, when x is greater than half, right? But let's confirm, is this what we said? Yes, h inverse of x was exactly this. So we are good. 2 marks for us, right? 2 marks for us, right? Perfect. Now, 5.2.6. Oh boy, 5.2.6. I don't like it, but it's okay. If g of x is equal to this, determine the values of which, so determine the values of x for which what h of x is equal to g of x. You guys remember h of x was 2 to the x. What is g of x? They just said it is 100 times 3 to the x, isn't it? So with this, guys, it's a matter of you using your exponential rules. So we will say this is 2 over 3, 2 to the x over 3 to the x equals 100. Now your exponential rules are 2 over 3 all to the power x equals 100. All right, equals 100. Now you log both sides. Okay, if you log both sides, this is something that you know. I would prefer that you would write, I'm going to write in red. This would, without any waste of time, would be log 100 base 2 over 3. Okay, it would be log 100 base 2 over 3. But I want to show you, when you log both sides, it will be log 2 over 3 to the x equals log 100. And we have x log 2 over 3 equals log 100. Therefore, x equals log 100 over log 2 over 3. Okay? You press your calculator, what do you get? When you press your calculator, you get log 100 over log 2 over 3. You get negative 11.36. Guys, even if you had pressed this, you are still going to get the same thing. This here is the same as this here. Okay? Is the same as this here. Okay? All right. Okay. So that is our answer, negative 11.36. All right. Nice. Okay. 5.3. 5.3. Ooh, so we need to be done with this question at what, 30 minutes. And we have 6 minutes to do this 5 minutes question. The price P in rents per unit of each item in a consignment of Q items is given by, so P has rent per unit, and then Q is basically referring to unit. Okay, so the formula is P equals log 10 plus Q over 2. All right, 5.3.1, 5.3.1. Calculate the value of P and the total price of the consignment when the consignment is 180 items. Okay, all right, let's see. So here what we need, we will say, okay, we have P equals log 10 plus what? How many items do we have? 1980, right? 1980. 1980 over 2. Press your calculator. And what is this? This is 10 plus 980. Yeah, 980. Okay. So I know. This is 1980, not 1960. 990. Okay. So this is 990. Right? This is 990. So we get our answer as 3. Remember, this is 3 rands per what? Per unit. So how many do we have? 1980. Right? 1980. So the total price, okay, the total price will be this times 1980. I want to write that 1980 items. Okay. So what is this? 3 times 1980 will be, the total is 5,940 rands. Okay, the total is 5,940 rands. So this, in your physical sciences, if you're doing physical sciences, this is where you're talking of unit consistency. Okay, perfect. Now, 5.3.2, determine the number of items in the consignment when the price of each item is 2. So this, they say price of each item is 2 rands. So this is P. In this case, P is 2 rands per item. Okay, it's 2 rands per item. This is P. So remember, you said P equals log 10 plus Q over 2. Right? So this is 2 equals log sorry, Q over 2. Now to anti-log, you will say this then becomes, because it's like to say the base is 10, this becomes 10 to the 2 equals 10 plus Q over 2. Okay, then 10 to the 2 is 100. This then becomes, you know what, let me just, okay, 100 equals 10 plus Q over 2. Okay, so what is this? This is 200 equals multiplying by 2 throughout equals 20 plus Q. Therefore, Q equals 180. Okay, Q equals 180. So I am somehow taking this long on this particular section so that I don't confuse you guys. But even if I had said 90 equals Q over 2, you guys were still going to understand. But I don't mind as long as we get our marks. So 21 marks, we good. We're supposed to be done in 30 minutes. This is now 29 minutes. So we are on the right track. Now let's check. Oh, we done. Now let's go to question 6. In Afrikaans, what do they say? Vraag 6. Ka Sepedi, potšišo ya borataro. Ka Setswana, potso ya borataro. All right. Let's see now. Sketched below are the graphs of f of x equals negative x plus 4. Where is it? Oh, I see it. Negative x plus 4. I see it. And g of x equals positive 2 over x plus y plus 1, sorry, plus 2. All right, I see it. This graph, it has shifted to the left by 1 unit and shifted up by 2 units. And this is where intercept is for. We are good to go. 6.1 let me remind you for the hyperbola, they come in the form y equals a over x plus p plus q. Okay, perfect. Now, 6.1, we must be done in 8 minutes. It says, write down the domain of G. The domain will always be x is an element of real numbers, but x is not equal to negative p. This you must remember, guys. Okay, so we say our answer, x is an element of real numbers, but x is not equal to, what is the value of p? Positive 1. So x is not equal to negative 1. Why? It can allow all x values, as you can see, but it will not allow x equals negative 1. Hence I said it is shifted to the left by 1 unit. So we are good to go. 6.2, it says, write down the equations of the asymptotes of G. What are they? Let's look at the horizontal asymptote. Horizontal asymptote is this one here. It means it's passing at y equals q. What is the value of q? And maybe let me just write this. And then the vertical asymptote is this one here. It's passing at x equals negative p. Okay, so this is the information you need. Okay, now let's see. X equals negative. What is the value of p? It is y. So this is x equals negative 1. Y equals q. What is the value of q? It is positive 2. 3 marks, eh? Perfect. 6.3. 6.3 says, calculate the coordinates of point D, the point of intersection of G and F. If this is the point of intersection, you can simply say f of x equals g of x. Okay, now let's go. What is f of x? It is minus x plus 4. What is g of x? It is 2 over x plus 1 plus 2. Multiply throughout by x plus 1. As you can see, it's the denominator. We will have, if you like, negative x into x plus 1. Of course, I would have loved to, maybe before then, let me simplify this. Let me say plus 4 equals 2 over x plus 1. Okay, now multiply throughout by the x plus 1. I prefer to write this, but under normal circumstances, honestly, I would multiply all these together with this. Okay, plus 4 into x plus 1 close equals 2. What is this? Negative x squared minus x plus 4x plus 4 equals 2. So what is this? Negative x squared plus 3x minus 2 equals 0. Dividing throughout by negative x squared minus 3x plus 2 equals 0. Right? Further, we say x, now we're factorizing x minus, leave a space, x minus, leave a space, close equals 0. Factors of 2 are 2 and 1. Since c is positive, both take the sign of the middle term, we're good to go. Therefore, we say x equals 2 or x equals 1. All right. They said we must look for the coordinates of D. So 1 has x value of 1, it must be point A. Then here, yeah, hold on. Point A, is it? Is point A at the, really? Guys, hey, are we seeing flames here? Hold on. Are we seeing flames here? Okay, plus 2. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Plus 2. So here's the mistake we made. Here's the mistake we made. Thank you. You see? We made a mistake here. Now this has to be fixed. Let's see. This has to be fixed. What is this? This is positive 2. So what is this? Multiplying throughout by that x plus 1. Yes. Now I see. Right? Oh, sorry. I had multiplied throughout. So yes. So what is this? Minus x squared minus x plus 2x plus 2 equals 2. What do we have? Minus x squared plus x equals 0. X is a common factor. We're left with minus x plus 1 equals 0. So x equals 0 or x equals positive 1, isn't it? Yes, this one will be positive 1, guys, because it's x minus x plus 1 is equal to 0. Minus x is equal to minus 1. Minus 1 divided by minus 1 will be positive. Okay, so now it makes sense. Point D is the one that must have the y value of x value of 1. So you can substitute x value of 1 into either f of x or g of x. I will substitute into f of x, which is f of 1. What is it? It is minus 1 plus 4, which is 3. Therefore, D is 1 and 3. You see, now we are good. See, now we fix that error. Otherwise, we were going to see flames. Okay, we were going to see flames. Okay, perfect. So, corrected. All right, corrected. Okay, guys. So, with that being said, we can now say check, we were able to do this in 36 minutes. We saved 2 minutes in this section. And that says we are on the right track. We have saved 2 minutes. So we can now say, we are safe. All right. So remember, guys, if you would like to follow us, we have introduced the WhatsApp channel. You can follow us on WhatsApp. The link to the WhatsApp channel will be in the description. In the very same description, links to your favorite social media platforms, your Facebook, Twitter, Instagram is there. And if you're looking for a tutor, you can also follow us on you can visit our website if you're looking for a tutor. You can visit our website. The website is given in the description and you can fill in that form. Remember, guys, we want to talk to your parents, not you. Okay? We want to talk to your parents. Okay, not you. Your parents are the ones who should talk to us, that they want tutors. We discuss costs and stuff. With you guys, we'll discuss how you want to do this and what you want to achieve and how we can create a program that's tailor made for you. All right. So, with that being said, ours ends here and bye bye.